Alright guys, how's it going, and welcome to a brand new Football Manager 2019 video with me, Jake. It's been a long time since I've recorded a Football Manager video. It's been around 2.5 years I think since my last one, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm very rusty and also nervous as shit because I've not done one of these for a while, and it was one of the reasons that I stopped uploading was that I kept getting severe anxiety whenever I went to hit the record button. I'm still not quite over it, but I think the only way I'm going to get over it is by actually recording and putting content out there. So you're going to have to bear with me, and we're going to see how we get on. But this, as you would have seen from the trailer, is going to be the save that we're going with for this year. It's going to be Bohemian FC in the Republic of Ireland. I've already done one season. We're a few games into the second season, so there's a bit to get through. I'm going to give you an update of where we're at, how last season went down, and all that good stuff. So we'll start with last season, and it was actually a really good first season for us. We actually won the league at the first time of asking, which I didn't expect, because when I took over we were predicted to finish 7th I think. And as you can see by the size of the league, 7th is bottom half of the table, which is almost fighting relegation. So to come in first season, we didn't really sign too many players, but the players that we did sign were of good quality. And to come in and win it so comfortably first season is really pleasing. And as you'll be able to see, the top team qualifies for the Champions League first qualifying phase. So we're already into the Champions League, which is good. It is the first round of qualifying, so that means we've got a few more rounds to get through. So the chances of us actually getting to the group stages at the minute are very slim, but we'll do our best. We'll see what we can do. So yeah, like I say, a really good first season. Won 25, drew 6 and lost 5. Scored 74 and let in 30, which is by far the best defence in the whole of the league. It's a bit of a different story this season. As you can see, we've only played 2 games, but we've already conceded 4 and only scored twice. We lost first game of the season. I'll show you that. We lost to Dundalk 4-0. We got absolutely slapped, which was, is a big shock for us. A couple of injuries to key players, and also a red card didn't help. You can just see the overall ratings. We got, too many players on an off day. But yeah, let's go through the transfers that we brought in first season. I think we only brought in 2. No, wait, that's last season. Where did we get to? So it was only the 3 for last season. This one was made, Maria was made after the season had finished in November. It's a weird time scale for the season over in Ireland. It's a bit different to the UK. So the first signing we made was Anton Rodgers on a free transfer. He just improved on what we had. He had a really good first season. Played 28 games, got 6 goals and 9 assists from the central midfield role, with an average rating of 7.21, which was good. Used to play for Chelsea. Was also Swindon for a while, getting a bit of league experience in League One. So he was a good signing for us. Connor Murphy didn't really play that much. He's in our under-19s. He only played once. Just never really got into the first team. You'll see why in a minute. One of our strikers had an absolute worldie of a season last season. And then Harry Charsley, who we've actually re-signed this season. Again, played 10, scored 2, 3 assists from central midfield, which is good. On loan from Everton. Not sure if he's going to ever break into their first team, but it's a good signing for us. Our first regen was Silviu Maria, 15-year-old from Romania. The standard of regens isn't going to be fantastic, especially this early in the save, but I think he's going to be a good player for us. Still only 15, like I said, and he's got some really good stats for a 15-year-old, especially in this division. We just picked him up on a free transfer in the off-season, and yeah, he's on £30 a week until 2022. Eventually I'll obviously get him down on a longer contract and a bit more money to try and keep him, but yeah, I think that's a fairly decent start to our regen hunting. we're going to have to be bringing players through and looking for regens, I think. Another regen, Mario Burkic, he's gone into the under-19s. Just bought a couple of players just to see if they can develop into anything. I'm not expecting them to. He's one that we're just going to wait and see what happens with and see if we can develop him. Another one, goalkeeper. He's actually our backup goalkeeper now. He's our second choice. He's only 19, so I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. Bieves, I think his name is. So we'll see how he does. And then Rasmus Johansson was the second one we made last pre-season. He's obviously not played yet because we made it in pre-season. He came from Midtjylland, so not a bad team to come from. He's he's a good technical player, so we'll see if he can break his way into the first team. I've got high hopes for him. Going out, Patrick Kirk just didn't really fit my plans last season. He's probably going to end up getting sold, to be honest. Ryan Masterton ended up getting released on a free. Dini Korakan, again, went out on loan last season to University of Dublin. Only scored 4 times. He's gone out to St Pat's this season and scored once in 2 appearances, so not a bad ratio, but he doesn't really fit how I want to play. And then the third player that went out on loan was Colin McCabe, and he's come back in, but I don't really see him staying here much longer. And then on to this season, as I said, we brought in Harry Charsley, again, solid, well-rounded player for this division. Happy with that. Alessandro Sala, who again, 22 years of age, pretty well-rounded stats for the division. I think he's going to be a good player for us in that central midfield area. He's in the under-19s at the minute, so we'll see if we can get him into the first team at some point. Colin Falvey, central defender. He's Irish, so should know about this division. He's played here before as well, which is good. Spent a bit of time in Nashville. Saw that he had a fairly good rating over in the US. I thought, give him a go. He looks fairly decent technically. So, and I've just skipped Alfie May, who we've actually bought for 12 grand. We were linked with him, and I'd never really heard of him, but he's an absolute workhorse. And I think when he's fit, because he got injured in that first game, as you saw, I think he's going to be a really good player for us. So, it's I might have to be a bit patient with him. He's just recovered from an injury, so we'll see how he gets on. And then the last signing was Christoph Rodriguez, who we had on trial. He did alright, to be fair. He's a left winger, and he fits our system that we're playing as well. So we brought him in. I'm not going to go into the too much into these. Keith Ward was a midfielder. I think he played a fair bit last season. 15 appearances, 3 goals, 3 assists. He's gone out on loan to Cork. Sent 2 players out on loan already to St Pat's. Daniel Byrne has gone out, and also Dini Korakan. He's gone out, and then Jonathan Lunny's gone to Galway for a full season as well. So let's take a quick look at the tactics. This is what I went with. I wasn't really sure on what to play, but I had the players that would sort of fit this formation. I wanted to go for the high pressing formation, so I'd set up the sort of preset for it and then just edited bits and bobs. Obviously, I know that the players at this level aren't really suited to playing defender, but it worked, so I stuck with it, and you can see everyone's quite familiar with how they play, so that was good. If you want to look at my tactics, you can pause it. I'm not going to go into them too much. So yeah, let's take a look at finances. We're absolutely screwed financially. 389 grand in the red. We're going to have to bring some regens through and sell them on, I think, to have any sort of financial gain in the future. Also, Champions League is going to be big for us. We need to try and get into that as far as possible to try and get some money into the bank account. You see, we made £21 last month, this month, but yeah, we're losing money rapidly, so that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. I'll give you a quick look at the squad. We've got Stephen Bywater on trial at the minute. He wants too much money though, so I don't think he's going to end up staying. I think as the series goes on, I'll introduce you to players, but the plan with this is that I'm going to get through a fair bit and then update you. So a lot of these players won't even be here the next time that I record, so I don't know if there's much point in me going into it. The player that I wanted to show you that had a good season last season was Ewan Stokes from Leeds. He scored 30 in 32 last season. He was absolutely unbelievable for me. In the league, he got 30 and 30. He actually missed a bit of the season as well through injury. So he was phenomenal for us last season. So we'll see how he gets on. In terms of the youth team here, with people coming through, it's pretty much the two players that I showed you, Salah and Burkic, that are going to be coming through. I'm always looking for regens. I think we've got a few coming in a few years because they're all so young still. We've got 15-year-olds coming in. I'll just flip through them quickly while I'm talking. A lot of them are Greek. I think I went through just the youth teams for international teams and just had a look at what I could bring in. And yeah, these are the players that I found. So again, we're not a big club, so we'll take what we can get at the minute. Is there anything else I need to show you? I don't know if there is. So like I said, there's no real plan with regards to when I record next. It's just as and when I can. I'm not going to promise you that it's going to be every week, although ideally it'd be every week at least once. Hopefully once a week, maybe more. But yeah, well, to be fair, that should be doable. My shift pattern at work now is 4 days on, 4 days off. So it's very doable. But I don't want to upload every day. The thing that I struggle with is keeping up with people's series. I'm not knocking it, but fair play to everyone that can upload daily. I find myself getting lost and missing episodes for people that upload daily. So I don't have the time to sit there personally myself and watch a video a day. Unfortunately, it's not doable for me. What else can I show you? I don't know what else I can show you. In the Irish League Cup, we got drew with the University of Dublin, or the University College Dublin. In the Leinster Senior Cup, we drew Wexford. And the other two haven't been done yet. Hopefully we get a kind draw to us in the Champions League qualifiers, because we could do with getting into a couple of rounds of that just to try and get a bit of money. I'm not sure if it's going to be that good at all, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let's take a quick look back at last season, just so you can see all the good results that we had. We started the season really strongly, a couple of really solid wins, 6-1 there really early on, which set the tone. Had a bit of a wobble in March. We dropped a fair few points against St Pat's, Derry and Cork, and then just went on this really nice run of just comfortably picking up victories and picking up points. And we didn't really look back then, to be fair. A lot of green. A slight wobble towards the end of the season, but the league was pretty much wrapped up by then. But then, yeah, this was really strange start to the season, because obviously we'd been so used to beating teams last season. To start this season with a 4-0 loss was a bit of a shock. But you can see we've come back strongly. We actually ended up beating Dundalk in the 92nd minute. Rodriguez getting the winner late on in the 92nd minute. And also beat Derry 2-0. Although this could have been double figures. See that 18 shots, 13 on target with 61% possession. That could have been any number of goals. It was only the 2 in the end. So, and that's the way we've been playing. We used to just absolutely battering teams, to be honest. We don't always take all our chances. We sometimes make it harder for ourselves than we should. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to update you with. I don't really want to go through the whole squad. Should I? No, I won't. if you want to see the whole squad, put it in the comments, and next update I'll go through the squad for you, so you can get used to who's there and who's not. You see as well, our valuations are very strange. I think a lot of people have this where, you know, Anton Rodgers is valued at 275 grand. If I offered him out, no one's going to pay 275 grand for him, I don't think. It's very strange. Yeah, it's very strange in this division. But yeah, I'm going to stop waffling on. I'm going to let you get on with your day. And yeah, thank you very much. It's good to be back. Appreciate any comments you leave or retweets or messages on Twitter. I'll get back to them all. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I can relax now. It's off my shoulders. It's done. Yeah, like I say, it's good to be back. So thank you for watching if you got this far. And I'll see you next time. Peace.